Alright peeps, welcome back to Ember Canyon. We've just flushed out the last of the Badwater from our Badwater diversion route. Therefore it's time to let the river bloody flow down over the edges because of all of the built up pressure, but also into the creek where we need to put these floodgates down to zero to avoid mass floodage. Which is nae good for these bloody emberpels, because they get wet fur and they hate having wet fur. Now our beaver farmers are doing a grand job removing the contamination scar off the landscape here, but unfortunately, good old Ramoth the Remembered, I can't remember your name, that's right, Fabby's the Forgotten. And our water held up a lot better than our last cycle thanks to our big medium tank. And, thanks to the big remembering that I done last episode, Emberpels do not need gears to build bloody large warehouses. Or large tanks, to be fair, but we're a bit off the kiln and whatnot yet. Oh, hello, Lapman Duffel Magic, sorry about your bit wet fur debuff, but we're gonna delete all but one of these gatherer flags and spend some science points on a large warehouse. And this is where we're gonna store with berries, because then we'll be able to get the 20 berries out of there and delete the flag, add more warehouses, and the cycle continues. Oh, that's right. We got this big old dam in the last episode, so we don't have to worry about Badwater coming all the way. Oh, look at the fish! We're not coming all the way down our aqueduct and destroying our settlement. I mean, we still have a bit of an issue. Don't worry the fact that this isn't going all the way to the edge. That does remind me as well, I do need to spend some science points on another item. We got into landscaping and unlock some single dynamite. Now, we have 198 science points. We better have a couple of beavers in these inventor huts. No, we got one. Yummo knocking about in the inventor hut. Singular. That's alright, we'll have some babbies grow up soon, won't we? And then we'll all be chilling round the campfire together. Proper best of chums, enjoying the waterfall. But before we build this large warehouse, we're gonna go ahead and build this big old dam up the top here. And we're gonna do that in a mild, speedy up bit. Because we've got foresters, we've got lumberjacks on the crack. We should be able to keep the wood and plank supplies coming. And the builders will have a grand old time getting these floodgates in. But primarily, this will give us a bit more water during droughts. And keep the area up here green. Maybe entice some moose to move in. And there we have it. We've got our big old dam, it's not causing any flooding back here. We are nicely brimmed, and we've got a bad tide in 2.4 days. Right, I see a nice one, beavers. Enjoy your 3 free logs. Oh, and look at our happy, healthy farms knocking about. It's a proper thriving grassland around here. Well, apart from down here, because there's 2 little species variety, so let's get our plant mix crops out and get some proper variety action. Although I didn't actually mean to mark them all for demolition, we just need to get them replanted properly when they next grow. Now while our beaver builders are doing a fair dinkum job getting this warehouse in, we need to turn our attention to how we can stop this wonderful little wet grassland here from drying up and dying due to contamination. All of these blueberries. We hadn't picked a single one. We were hoping to keep them all alive. It absolutely decimated our oak forest. Thankfully, some still survived, but the forest is having to retake hold. And who says that it'll survive the next bad tide? And between these 2 water sources, the one of them is a lot easier than the other to design a Badwater repulsion system for. So let's do this one first. We're gonna go full simple here. Double floodgates across the front there. And then to ensure no leakage, we're going to ruin the side with it. New water can't flow off the map directly on top of the sources, but it certainly can be pushed to the side and flow at these 2 blocks. Now looking at the water level here, I feel confident in getting some handy dandy small warehouses out to bridge across this gap. So if we get our beavers gone and doing, schnecking through this oak here, ideally there is a path, and there bloody is, to get all the way around it. We'll get our beavers up one of these little ledges, or up the natural staircase. There might not be a direct path connection through just yet, but we can certainly chop down that oak and get straight into it. Especially if I remember to chop it all down. Or I can be clever with it and just send a path straight across there. And now all we need to do is get a path back round the other side. And you know what? Let's play this safe. We're going to send our beavers doing this dry bit. Then up and around this hill. Oh, which we have a connection to anywho. And of course, there's a bloody tree in the middle of me path there. And sometimes that's just the way it gans with Timberborn. And with one more stair on there, we now have access around this water source conveniently, all the way, once we chop down some oaks, to these water sources here. You know what, one option for this water source is to get a little diversion on the crack, and then we can tunnel into this bit of deed river here. And the Badwater I'll just can't out the map. All natural like. I reckon that's definitely the easiest route for now. Although we do need a little bit before we get there. And we need to remember to remove the path once we do this. Well, let's have a look. What do we need for an explosives factory? Of course we need gears. I knew we're going to need gears at some point, but we also need metal blocks. Yeah, now that is not the bloody temporary solution that we need. We need an incredibly similar solution, but that doesn't require blowing up this dort. Now the only issue here is, are 2 high floodgates enough? They're not. And you know what? To signify that this is temporary, we're going to use handy dandy small warehouses. Then we'll plop already unlocked double floodgates on top. And that will channel the water down here. And we just need to go and hour this path, or generally just let it spill over here because it'll be on this side of the blockage. You know what, peeps? I reckon I'm happy with that right there. I've made these minimum priority because I'm not sure if we even need them. I'll happily spill Badwater across this hill as long as it doesn't come back down to bite we. While we were designing our Badwater repulsion system up here, how did we get along with our warehouse? Not in, but nigh on in. 4 more planks, and we've got the logs ready to make into planks. But now that Fabbies the Forgotten and Reomath the Remembered have successfully left this plane of existence, let's demolish District 9 in the hope that we never have to rebuild it. And you know what, peeps? I don't know why, but we haven't flooded here. We've put, I really don't know why. We haven't restricted the flow here, at least enough to make it flood or overspill or anything. And our big old floodgate's doing it 0. So yeah, nah. The only thing I can think of is that the Badwater coming down was maybe somehow rushing up and causing this to not flow out as quickly. Maybe that's it. Maybe the Badwater dropping here was stopping the water from flowing out so quickly here, because it does look, unless it's just me convincing myself that it's faster over here than it is over here. Obviously not this side after the bloody waterfall, it's a bit faster. But that does make us think, when do we start doing the old floodgate situation? Do we do this one first? No, we do this one first. Oh, but we need to... No, it's a bad tide, it's a bad tide. We leave these ones at 0. So 0.3 days remaining. Let's go up to 1 and just see how quickly all of this fills up. Because it's a fair dinkum bit of river, you know. Even if there is a big old wave propagating, will it actually overspill? It certainly looks like it. Therefore, we'll bring it back down to 0.85. Well, not back down, it was at 0. Until, you know what, it's flooding anyway. Get up to 1, make sure there's loads of water in there. And then yees, get up to 1, make sure there's loads of water in your reservoir. And then after the big waterfall occurs, we can preemptively get this up to 2. So now, we shouldn't have any bad water at all, or even any waves or spillage, because we've already raised these pre-bloody bad tide. So we've got a brimmed top reservoir. Unfortunately not as brimmed as I'd like top reservoir, and we've got an absolutely brimmed bottom reservoir here. Look at that water level difference from just the waterfall. Right, yeah, we're going. Oh, I didn't even notice the bad tide's kicked in. Yeah, we are. There's not a drop of bad water in our good water system. The bad water's just gone in straight to the side. Unfortunately, the same can here be said for our hither. The bad water slowly but surely takes over this entire good water section. And although we did clear out one half of the Badwater aqueduct, we inherited another Badwater aqueduct half. We thought it was clean and healthy, but nay, it's all contamination down here. And what we certainly do not need are these three laddies sloping. We want maximum irrigation in our brimmed up river, and if we need to top it up from here, we will. Oh, look at that, we get to save the berries as well. 10-day drought, we actually have saved the berries up here. Nah, I'm actually kind of happy with that. Although I'm not sure how the contamination will spread over here once we get 100% rate. Oh, thankfully it doesn't go all the way up here. That's quite the bloody reach, isn't it? But as bad as the reach of the Badwater on this side is, it is naught compared to the reach of the Badwater on this side. Oh my, it's spilling with the map in 1, bloody 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 or 17 places before it even gets to the bottom to join the river flow. Out the map here. Oh, look at that under map. And look at that mild spillage keeping it all green here. And we've got someone out today in range. Wait, oh! Oh, nice one. Hang on. I'm marked. Oh, right now. There's no today in range because I haven't built this yet. Fair enough, lumberjack flag. I'll leave you working for now, though. Oh, look at that man with the big farmer's hat on. He loves carrying his boxes of beets. Oh, actually, you know what? What does Lap and Tuffle Magic eat? Oh, they're an Emberpelt, so they eat apples, radishes, and tomatoes, but they didn't get anywhere near the capsicums. That's just for the charcoal beavers. I was about to say it's about time to get a bloody lumberjack flag on the crack here, but no, it's about time to get some tree marked for cutting over here. That would help us. Oh, it actually looks lovely, doesn't it? All growing up with all the mixed trees and that. But you know, we need the wood. And we only really need one lumberjack flag up here. They can see everything. Everything that's going to get planted, of course, because, well, maybe I'll stick with the idea. We'll revisit in a couple of episodes. Because what I was going to say is we burst the riverbanks on a regular basis, but with a little bit of calming of the river up yonder way, we seem to have potentially solved that issue. I do not like seeing that. I'd rather see knee water falling off there than bad water. Oh, beavers, are you safe over here? I see we get a bit of spillage on the crack. Where are you leaking our from? Oh, straight from this corner. We might have to come in a drought once we got dynamite up and running and blow a line in here. But for now, it's far enough away from our beaver path that I feel safe letting them wander along. I do love that in the last episode we managed to get all the way up here and completely reroute the Badwater flow. Now I've parked my horse down here so we can get the shot of the beaver banging in the stairs through the dehydrated birch tree here. Now they've got quite a bit of banging to do, haven't they? But, Mr. Lumberjack, get a chop in this bad lad doon so I can delete your job. Bye bye. But more importantly, so I can connect this bloody path up. That will allow our beavers to get all the way through here, get our lumberjack flag up and running, who's very cleverly gonna chop this line of trees so we can get our yonder way and start blasting in our Badwater repulsion system. I would really like it if this was the last time Badwater flowed off any of these aqueduct edges here. Although I will say standing up here is quite pleasant like. You got the Badwater diversion, didn't really want to be looking over there. But then you've got the lovely river through here. Now if we keep watering here long enough, we might get fish, mightn't we? Might get fish up here, and then we'll have more fish down the bottom. And then he fell in. Well yeah, now we should definitely start getting fish in here, because we have had water in here for quite some time. I don't know if I'll ever get over the absolute eruption that happens there, like, when the Badwater's diverted out this side. It is like a proper volcano, innit? You got the path of least resistance, which was this way, until it got blocked up. And now the path of least resistance is this way. All our beavers have got the 20 berries out of here, so we can expand our big old warehouse estate. So now we've got our big warehousing line here. I'm thinking about just leaving this, let Keystone do its thing for a bit, because I do have plans for over here, but we are a bit off those at the moment. And what we do need is some bloody storage. So we're going to be storing up 1,200 radishes there, 1,200 capsicums there, 1,200 tomatoes there, and I might store up another 1,200 of each there, or get some fancy food on the crack. Haven't decided yet. But something I did decide on, and then completely forgot about, is that we're going to be getting another bloody water sloper here. So thankfully that's not an oak, and it'll be getting chopped down rather shortly. Alright, let's have ourselves a bit of a check-up. How are we doing our yonder? We've got our bloody ember pelt chopping down, getting loads of oaks. Let me extend that path so you don't have to step over that stump anymore, pal. Now what? I'll do it again for you. But probably not a third time, because you'll be full on storage. Now my question is, can our beavers see over there? Ooh, they can. They can start building at least this levee. And then once old mate Chop's doing some more oaks, I'll be able to get the patho extendo out. And they'll be able to be super efficient just going from this lumberjack flag to this levee. Unless they're thirsty, of course, then they're going to have to come all the way back. Just again, all the way back. And you know what, peeps? It'll be more efficient to just build a second lumberjack flag and pause lamer here. Oh no! All of our berries are going to cork it! Right, we need to get some beavers up in here with some gatherer flags. Yet another maximum priority job for you beavers. Oh no, we're not doing that anymore. That's the only maximum priority job for a reason. Even up here, we went to normal priority and low priority for these builds. That's so I have 2 whole priority bands to work with, which means these don't need to be maximum priority. They're already the next ones to get built. Although I am going to make the workplace maximum priority, and when these are up, I'm going to temporarily pause the farmers. I do love the fact that we have the perfect amount of beavers, like. What I don't love is the fact we have 0 kits, so we're going to end up having a lack of workplaces if I don't do something about that. But I'm a bit skeptical to do something about that, because our beavers are chilling right now, and we don't want to end up overpopulating. Alright, beaver banger, we're now in your hand. Are you coming to get this lumberjack flag in, and then pick some wood out of that lumberjack flag and start building? Oh yeah! Oh, I don't want you to start building this yet though. Alright, we should be alright. I only need the lumberjack to come in and pick up these 4 logs that are sitting on the ground, and then we'll have now today, like old mate here's now today in range. What do you mean now today in range? There's 1,000,000,000,000,000 billion bloody berries for you to pick. And I did say I was going to pause the farmers, so lap and tuffle magic, get your farmer's hat off and get a building. Ideally, now that we've got this extra path length, you can see that we need to build a bit of a floodgate. Well, yeah, you can. You can also see the small warehouses, so you shouldn't build this levee next. You should maybe crack along with that, or reprioritise and get onto these laddies. And the more I patho extendo, ooh, the more this ember pelt chopo doon the trio, means we're going to get an actual path connection over here. And I won't have to worry about any of that nonsense. And look at our efficient beavers, man. They gone straight from banging, straight to picking the bloody logs out of the lumberjack flag. It's lovely to see how efficient they are. Now lap on, mate. You've been working through the night. You need to watch yourself, otherwise you're going to end up bloody burning out. And can we have a lumberjack please come and pick up this log? That would be grand. Oh, thank you very much. I was just about to pause you and unpause this one, assuming you were full, but you certainly were not. But now, to make this all nice and efficient, let's chop down all of this deed oak here. And then our beavers are just going to real casually crack along, building our Badwater repulsion system. Oh, and I just realised, beavers can't access any of this because they can't get to this top level yet. They're going to have to slap a boo and a stair on the side there. And then we can get straight in and along. This is it, cycle 6. The last cycle that ye are gonna be a dirty Badwater section. There's no fish left in there. They all corked it and have been washed downstream. Out the map. Oh, and I'm seeing our gatherers made light work of these berries. Well done, Rajees. 3 of yous get back to farming, and the rest of yous get back to inventing. Then we have our forester lumberjack flag combo here, just doing their thing. This is a canny little area. And to be fair, I may unpause a little bit of gathering going on. But for now, I'll take the bloody spare beaver. I mean, to be fair, with the way these bloody oaks are going, I could probably pause these two and all. Ah, and yes, that's right. We've got our berry warehouse in. So it's time to no longer stack berries in here. Oh, now I do like this angle because you get to see the beavers weaving the way through the trees, through the frame of the double floodgate. So I reckon we might have ourselves a day or two speedy up it here. And we're going to come out of that speedy up bit because we may as well up the priority of these two. The only reason they were low was the beavers could hang over the edge and build these double floodgates. We've only got 2 planks remaining, and that's literally probably just this one beaver. Oh, they're not going to finish banging in because they were thirsty, but there we're gone. Ready for their banging. And here we are, peeps. We had some beavers corking of old age, and now we didn't have any inventors knocking about. So I reckon it could be a good idea for the rest of this bad day to pause these two and have them spinning around the inventor hut. You know what, actually? Sod your inventor hut. And I spent 600 science points rather seemingly unnecessarily, but I'm seeing 72 logs and only 14 planks. So we're going to crank up our plank production, and we are going to replace both our remaining small tank chunks. And thanks to me using the correct priorities, when I maximum priority this, it actually gets picked up with a maximum priority. Now let's duplicate this medium tank so I don't have to select it to be storing water, and then get those bad lads in along with all of these warehouses here. Actually, let's be clever. Let's reduce the priority of these 3 because we haven't decided what we're going to do with them yet. Oh, I'm enjoying our efficient little Ember Creek here, and we're proper coming along. I mean, look, we're almost repulsing Badwater from one of the 2 Badwater sources. Just didn't mind the fact. What on earth are you doing, beavers? Okay, fair dinkum. You can reach that one and you can't reach the rest. I'll let yous off this once. I thought the beavers had built these stairs and then we're just going for the minimum priority blocks. I was like, nah, hang on. That actually isn't how it works. Oh no, beaver bangers just dropped this back levy like a hot potato so they can bang in this front levy. There's only one left and all. I guess it's just the way it was placed, innit? Come on, lap and toffle magic. Sure, we're all wrong. But no, they were just there to plonk the last plank in. Ooh, and peeps, once we get this last levy in, we'll be absolutely giraffing up in here. Let's get our logs from the rubble. Just don't think about the fact that they're probably highly contaminated when our beavers reach down and pick them up. Although now I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that we don't have any storage available, which is what I was talking about earlier. Damn, those planks are flying up. We might have to get another builder's hut on the crack, you know, at this rate. 8 out, come on, Lapmantoffel magic, come on, Emberpelt. There's 11? Why have you got 11 out of 12? And I just can pick 2 up, so there's absolutely no need for that. Where's the special Lapmantoffel magic beaver coming? Oh, that was almost a good click there. Almost. Oh, 3rd time lucky. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. No, I'm just zooming in so we can watch Lapmantoffel magic hammer in the last levy. And then test our Badwater repulsion system here. Oh, it's scary, but it calms down. And there's no Badwater flowing out anymore. That is glorious right there. We have quelled one of our Badwater sources. And since you're sitting up the top of the map with a full lumberjack flag, I'm going to pause ye can spin an inventor hut. But with the sun rising and 1 day left of cycle 6, I reckon this is a canny old time to do an end of episode speedy upbit of our beaver bangers banging in the warehouse of the radish variety, maybe even the tougher 2 warehouses, and ideally those medium water tanks, because I've just realised we're about to need to slurp up a lot of water, and we might only have 6 days to get them filled. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm canny happy with the progress we've made. We still have that one water source, but if we either get a drought in the next episode or a bad tide warning and potentially able to rush in the little Badwater repulsion system, we could have a lovely green ecosystem in the return of the moose. But until the next episode rolls around, I hope you have yourselves a canny old time and a toodle